Your Relationship with Text Messaging by Steve
Pavlina.
How would you rate your current relationship with texting on a scale of 1 to 10? A 1 means you really need to improve how you use this tool. A 10 means you're using the tool in a way that works very well for you, and other people who text you understand and respect your boundaries. I feel that I have a healthy relationship with text messaging. It's generally not a distraction. I use it effectively, and my approach works well for me. Boundary issues are uncommon and easily fixed. So let me share some tips regarding how I use it. See if any of this helps you reassess your own relationship with texting. Define your desired relationship with texting in advance. Instead of addressing issues only in a reactive, bottom-up manner, get clear about the role you want this tool to play in your life. What are the justifiable and intelligent use cases for it? What uses would be distracting and should be considered out of bounds? I encourage you to write up your own personal list of do's and don'ts for the tool. Keep your phone outside of your workspace. If your phone is your primary texting device, and if your work doesn't primarily involve texting, leave your phone elsewhere while working. I leave mine in the kitchen while I work in my home office. Respond on your own schedule. If you always respond to people immediately when they text you, you'll train them to expect that. If this works for you, great. But if not, just respond when it's convenient. I often don't reply to texts for a day or two. How is your current relationship with text messaging working for you? This type of tool will probably be around for many more years, so it's wise to make this a healthy and positive relationship. When this relationship isn't working well, it becomes an added source of stress. When this relationship is working well, it can add meaningful value and connection to your life. Declaration of Geneva. As a member of the medical profession, I solemnly pledge to dedicate my life to the service of humanity. The health and well-being of my patient will be my first consideration. I will respect the autonomy and dignity of my patient. I will maintain the utmost respect for human life. I will not permit considerations of age, disease or disability, creed, ethnic origin, gender, nationality, political affiliation, race, sexual orientation, social standing, or any other factor to intervene between my duty and my patient. I will respect the secrets that are confided in me, even after the patient has died. I will practice my profession with conscience and dignity, and in accordance with good medical practice. I will foster the honor and noble traditions of the medical profession. I will give to my teachers, colleagues, and students the respect and gratitude that is their due. I will share my medical knowledge for the benefit of the patient and the advancement of healthcare. I will attend to my own health, well-being, and abilities in order to provide care of the highest standard. I will not use my medical knowledge to violate human rights and civil liberties, even under threat. I make these promises solemnly, freely, and upon my honor. I had no idea how to raise boys, so I read to them by Lauren Bates. Coming from an essentially matriarchal family, I was a bit scant of ideas on how to raise a son. I was neither
I was
athletic
neither
nor
athletic
mechanical,
nor
and
mechanical,
people seemed to
and
think
people
that
seem
these
to
were
think that
primary
they're
requirements
primary
for relating to a boy.
to a boy.
Since my
Since my
relationship with
relationship
books has
with the
been a
book,
defining
a
thread in my
defining
life,
thread in my
it was
life,
not
it
surprising
was not
that my
surprising
visions
that
of
my
motherhood
visions of
soon
motherhood
turned to
soon
shared reading.
turned to shared reading.
Reading aloud was
Reading
both
aloud was
recommended for good parenting
for
and
parenting
something that
and
I could
something
definitely
that
do.
definitely do.
It turned out,
It turned
however,
out,
that I
however,
didn't
that
quite
I
realize
didn't
how
quite
much I
realize
had
how
signed
much
myself up
my
for.
son up for.
Reading seemed to be
Seemed to
exactly
be
suited to my
exactly
older
suited to
son,
my older
a
son,
boy who didn't
a
like to
boy who
sleep,
didn't like to
wanted
sleep,
to be held
wanted to
around
be
the
held
clock,
around the
and
clock,
liked to observe
and
things.
observe.
I read all the
I
expected books:
read books.
Goodnight Moon,
Goodnight Moon,
Goodnight Gorilla,
Goodnight Gorilla,
The Very
The
Hungry
Very
Caterpillar,
Hungry
and
Caterpillar,
Dr.
and
Seuss.
Dr. Seuss.
I had not,
I had
perhaps,
not
anticipated his thirst for
anticipated his thirst
repetition.
for repetition.
Even now,
Even
when
now,
he is in
when
graduate
he is in
school,
graduate
I can
school, I
repeat
can
whole
repeat the
passages
whole
of Mike
passage of
Mulligan and
Mike
his Steam
Mulligan's
Shovel
Steam
by
Shovel
heart.
by heart.
And as he
And
developed
that
his
is
own
the
taste,
own taste.
I found
I
myself
found
immersed in
myself
more eccentric
more
literature:
central literature,
Home Depot
Home Depot
catalogs,
catalogs,
his grandfather's mobile crane
novel
manual,
crane manual,
old National
all
Geographic
National
magazines.
Geographic
His younger
magazines.
brother's
His younger
path
brother
toward
path
literature was a little
was a
more
little
winding.
more winding.
An early
An
walker and
early walker,
household destroyer,
destroyer.
I found
I
myself
found
reading
myself
aloud to
reading
my
aloud to
exuberant
my
little charmer
exuberant
while he ran in circles and swept books, tchotchkes, and cooking pans off the shelves.
off the shelves.
His taste was
His
more
taste
edgy
was
than
more
technical,
edgy than technical,
running to repeated reads of Everyone Poops
Everyone
and
Improved
Captain
and
Underpants.
Captain Underpants.
Ideas on how to raise a
How
son.
to raise a son.
I was neither
I was
athletic
neither
nor
athletic
mechanical,
nor
and people seemed to think that these were primary requirements for relating to a boy. Ideas on how to raise a
how to
son.
raise a son.
I was neither
I was
athletic
neither
nor mechanical,
athletic nor
and people
mechanical,
seemed
and
to
people
think that
seemed to
these were
think that
primary
these were primary
requirements for relating to a boy.
relating to a boy.
A New Year
A
is a
new year
beautiful,
is a
fresh
beautiful,
start.
fresh start.
By Leo Babauta.
Leo Babauta.
At the
At
beginning
the
of every
beginning
year,
of every year,
it's like a
it's
blank
like
slate.
a blank slate.
The year
The year
can be whatever you want it to
whatever
be.
you want it to be.
This is freeing,
This is freeing,
exhilarating, magical.
magical.
Take advantage
Take
of it, my
advantage
friends.
of my friends.
Of course, we always have the magic of a fresh start available to us. In any day, any hour, any moment. Every morning is a beautiful, fresh start. In fact, right this moment, you have the opportunity of a fresh start. We should take advantage of these opportunities to see the freshness of the moment in front of us. I recently was talking with my Zen teacher and admitted that I hadn't been studying as much as I'd committed to doing. She advised, start at one.
Stop at one.
Basically, in basic breath meditation, where you might count your breaths, your mind will get distracted and wander. And then you can simply start at one. Start at one. This is one of my mantras this year. Let's look at how to practice with this during each day, and a couple ways you can take advantage of starting at one as we look at this beautiful year in front of us. Practicing a fresh start in each day. Every morning, you get to ask yourself, what would I like to do with this incredible thing? What would make today incredible for me? What am I feeling called to do today? What's most important? You can wipe the slate clean of whatever happened the day before, no matter what it was, and just start anew. And then you get a couple hours into it, and maybe you find yourself off course. You've gotten distracted or caught up in busy work. Start again. Take a breath and imagine this next moment is a blank slate. What is most important right now? What would you like to do with this incredible hour in front of you? Start again. And find gratitude that you get to start again, over and over. Limits are grandchildren's grandchildren by Henry H. Walker. Who we are when we are less than our best denies any limits to our will. Who we are when we are at our best denies any limits to our will. Our tragedy is how often we cannot differentiate between the two takes on the wheel. And we have to face a bill we cannot pay. Overpopulation, overuse of fossil fuels, overindulgence of our appetite for calories, for consumption. We can choose the tribal and not quite get how many tribes there are. Still, I turn and choose to believe in the best of Western tradition, that problems can be solved, that obstacles can be overcome, that we will not be held back by limits to our imagination, to our problem solving, to making each moment a gift to our grandchildren's grandchildren. Limits? Our grandchildren's grandchildren by Henry H. Walker. Who we are when we are less than our best denies any limits to our will. Who we are when we are at our best denies any limits to our will. Our tragedy is how often we cannot differentiate between the two takes on the wheel. And we have to face a bill we cannot pay. Overpopulation, overuse of fossil fuels, overindulgence of our appetite for calories, for consumption. We can choose the tribal and not quite get how many tribes there are. Still, I turn and choose to believe in the best of Western tradition, that problems can be solved, that obstacles can be overcome, that we will not be held back by limits to our imagination, to our problem solving, to making each moment a gift to our grandchildren's grandchildren. The American Tailwind, excerpted from Warren Buffett's 2018 letter to Berkshire Hathaway shareholders. Charlie and I happily acknowledge that much of Berkshire's success has simply been a product of what I think should be called the American Tailwind. It is beyond arrogance for American businesses or individuals to boast that they have done it alone. The tidy rows of simple white crosses at Normandy should shame those who make such claims. There are also many other countries around the world that have bright futures. About that, we should rejoice. Americans will be both more prosperous and safer if all nations thrive. At Berkshire, we hope to invest significant sums across borders. Over the next 77 years, however, the major source of our gains will almost certainly be provided by the American tailwind. We are lucky, gloriously lucky, to have that force at our back. For 54 years, Charlie and I have loved our jobs. Daily, we do what we find interesting, working with people we like and trust. And now, our new management structure has made our lives even more enjoyable. With the whole ensemble, that is, with Ajit and Greg running operations, a great collection of businesses, a Niagara of cash generation, a cadre of talented managers, and a rock-solid culture, your company is in good shape for whatever the future brings.